Ladies, it's your time to shine with all things fabulous with First for Women on Afternoon Express. For insurance with a host of fabulous benefits, call 0861 11 1844 or SMS FIRST to 49267.
Good afternoon, South Africa. Lovely to be back in your TV rooms. Welcome to Afternoon Express right here on SABC3. I'm Bonang Matiba.
Indeed, welcome. I'm Bonnie Boole. It is Monday. Happy Monday. We just had the weirdest moment just now. About 2 seconds to live, B just said to me, "Is it Monday today?"
What day of
the
week
yes,
is
B,
it?
it's Monday.
It is. No, because I had like the craziest weekend
know,
ever.
right?
So
I
don't know
know.
if it's Monday,
I saw it.
if it's Tuesday, if it's Wednesday, but you know what? We're back in the loft and we're very excited. It's going to be another hour of nothing but inspiration. One of my favorite radio personalities is in the loft today, DJ Fresh.
Yeah, it's a brand new week. It's the start of a new school term. I hope all you parents are ready for the next half of the year, because I'm not.
But we are live. Do remember that you can call us, you can tweet us at Afternoon Chat and use our official hashtag Afternoon Express. And of course, chat to us on our Facebook page. Let's get interacting. But it's not just B and B in the loft today.
I've given her a new name, Jeannie Maboneng D.
And Jeannie J. Dizzle.
Jeannie Maboneng D is back in the house. Thank you so much. I'm so pleased to be back in South Africa and, of course, back in the loft, lovely ladies. And I'm standing with the Prince of Afrikaans pop, Kurt Darren. I know. Well, we're going to have to upgrade you now to king.
No, I don't have to be king.
Well, you're not
I'm happy
aging,
enough.
so stay Prince, because you're still looking young.
Well, let's do that then. Crown Prince.
Yes, Crown Prince.
Great
Welcome
to be in the
our
loft. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're going to be performing for us as well.
I am. I'll be performing a newish song, the newest single off the new album.
Amazing. I always do appreciate watching you perform. And you're looking so well. I can see your eye is all healed, all healthy, the picture of health.
Yes, I lost 16 kgs. I just decided just to do the healthy thing, fix the eye up after the accident, and now I'm 100% ready to go.
Okay, well, 16 kilograms lighter, and unfortunately that is not going to last, because we have the wonderful Abigail Connolly in our loft, and you are going to be making us a Frangipani rose tart.
Beautiful French tart.
So
Perfection,
beautiful.
fine, beautiful.
Now, Frangipani is a flower. Do you actually use the flower in the tart?
No, it looks a bit like a flower. It's a rose, but Frangipani is a French term, and it really is just an almond butter and egg and sugar base, which gives a beautiful filling to a crisp pastry and that beautiful apple filling.
Oh, tasty. We are keeping it so sweet on this fantastic Monday afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, if you want to bake along with us, visit our website at afternoonexpress.co.za. Get our list of shopping ingredients and, of course, our recipe. But for now, let's have a look and see who Bonang has on our couch.
Thank you so much, Jeannie. Let's get the show on the road. He hosts one of the most popular breakfast radio shows in the country, and he's more than 30 musical releases behind his name. With 23 years in radio and entertainment, joining us on the couch is Botswana-born DJ and all-round family guy, DJ Fresh. Welcome to the loft.
Hello, B.
Lovely to see you.
I love your loft.
It's gorgeous, right?
You know, I'd sit at home watching it on TV. I'm like, one day.
How does it feel to be in it
One
today?
day, I feel like I've arrived. Ma, I've made it.
He's made it, Mom. And we're also celebrating 23 years of you in radio,
yes.
and you're very passionate about education.
Yes.
And with that, you're also giving away 23 bursaries.
We gave the last one away on Mandela Day.
Yeah,
So we did, I think, just under R1 million of bursaries.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, everybody that was applying to get the DJ Fresh bursaries had to write a motivational letter. How many letters did you go through? And, you know, what was it about the winning letters that you loved?
You know what blew me away the most? We had over 3,000 applications from people who work but want to improve their circumstances. So, for instance, a tea lady from one company says, I'm a tea lady, but I want to learn how to use a computer, because that will change, you know, what else I can do at the office. So, it's, you know, it's just little things like that that make you realize that these are things you take for granted.
Yeah.
That the people who want to do better for themselves, but they don't have an opportunity.
Did it surprise you? Did you think you'd get, obviously, from matriculants or, you know, somebody that just finished matric and wants to get into varsity or, you know?
You know what? I was hoping and wanting working people to apply. Because more often than not, once you start work, it's a mission going back.
That's very
Or
true.
you can't afford it because you've got bills. You know, you're paying for e-tolls, you're paying for petrol, you're paying for this, you're paying for that. The last thing on your mind is, you know, where can I find 20 grand to study? So that's why we do it.
But what is it about, you know, that the DJ Fresh Bursary, you know, project that you love so much? What is it? Why is education so important to you?
You know, you can, you know, there's the whole cliche, teach a man how to fish, blah, 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 blah. But I believe with education, there's so much more you can do for yourself. There's so much more you can do for literally an entire community. So, you know, we can give people money, but if you give someone education and they pay it forward, then all of a sudden, you know, we're changing lives.
Absolutely.
In fact, I was doing a talent show this past weekend, and the one kid who was auditioning just happened to mention that he used to study music, but they don't have money at home, so he dropped out literally after 3 months. And I was sitting there thinking, you know, I got to do something. So, you know, gave him a bursary. He starts in January. And like, you know, for me, it's important. Change as many lives as you possibly can.
While you're still
Because the government can't do everything
Exactly,
for us.
and we can't rely on the government to do anything.
All the time.
But talking about teaching a man how to fish, you are currently training for a rally in August as a navigator?
Yes. So when I was a little boy, I used to watch Saddle van der Merwe, you know, racing, and I was like, I like this spar. You know, I want to do this. And if I can't drive rally or off-road, then just let me be the guy sitting next to him telling him what to do. And I got a call, and, you know, the guys I'm working with said, would you like to be a navigator? I was like, duh. So yeah, I'll be a navigator.
So what does the training entail? What do you do every day? How long are you there for? What are you going to be doing exactly?
So basically, navigator is the guy that says in 200 meters,
I see.
There's a 90-degree left, or in 500 meters, we're going to veer right, or we're going to veer right and then slow down because there's a dip. So basically, you are the eyes for the driver.
Aha!
So he needs to keep us on the road, but you need to tell him where the road is.
That's amazing.
So you're learning, but we're sitting in there for 6 hours. You can't get out. So
good luck.
So there are no pee breaks. So I've been told...
You can't eat, you can't drink, you can't leave
No, you can drink.
Okay.
You're literally sitting on a 20-litre jerry can of what you're going to drink. So you've got a straw, but for 6 hours, you don't get out of it. Unless you have a puncture.
Then you don't get out.
You don't get out.
Sit there for
and
6
I've been
hours.
told there's 6 different ways you can do it. Some people literally wear an adult nappy.
Wow.
And there's other contraptions you can use. So
then it means it doesn't smell too good in there.
Listen, it doesn't get that bad, you know. But you know what? My bladder can hold.
Okay.
I'm not wearing a diaper.
Well, good luck.
So,
but something else that you're doing that is very familiar to you, of course, you're rounding up and completing your brand new album, which is going to be released in September. September, November?
Fresh House Flavor Volume 8.
Sure.
Busy wrapping it up. We're pretty much done. I should be mixing next week. And then, should be in stores at the beginning of September.
Is it the, you know, quintessential Fresh that we know? Are you going to be working with somebody?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, working with, you know, there's a couple of tracks that I liked that I've put on there. Then there's tracks I've done myself that I've put on there. But it's Fresh House Flavor. People want it.
Yeah.
So good to do it,
Good. I mean, 23 years in the industry. You started obviously at YFM in the mornings, went to 5FM in the afternoons, went back to 5FM mornings.
Yes.
Are you used to the mornings again right now? Because it's a brand new time slot. It's 5 a.m.
You don't get used to waking up at 3 in the morning. I don't care who you are. Chuck Norris will never get used to getting up at 3 in the morning.
But I've always wanted to ask, because you have DJ sets or parties Sunday night. Do you stay awake?
You know,
and then just go straight from the party to 5FM on the Monday morning?
Because I'm doing breakfast, I've actually stopped doing midweek gigs.
Okay.
Unless it's something I really feel I have to do this. I've stopped doing it. Because I'm still sleep. I mean, I need my beauty sleep. I want to look like you one day. So, you know.
But how do you sleep? I mean, you just had your 3rd baby, a brand new baby boy who is now 2 months old.
4th baby.
4th baby?
So I've got 2 boys, 2 girls now.
Wow, who's now 2 months old. But there were obviously a bit of complications with him arriving, I think, 8 weeks.
6 weeks early.
6 weeks early. Were you nervous about that?
You know, I wasn't nervous about it because we knew that Tabby was susceptible to preeclampsia. Because even Wendy, my second last born, she arrived, I think, 2 weeks early because of the preeclampsia. So blood pressure shot up on a Sunday and went into casualty. And they said, listen, your blood pressure doesn't drop on Monday. This baby's arriving at 9 in the morning.
Wow.
The baby shower is the following Saturday. So we haven't even prepared a baby bag, nothing. So I went and did my radio show. I got off air at 8 and I got a call.
And then
this baby's arriving in an hour.
Now. Incredible.
And like I said, we hadn't bought too many things.
Yeah, but the
So-
baby's safe and
Yeah, baby,
sound.
he's good. He's
okay, good.
But it was the longest week of my life.
Can you imagine?
I never thought I'd ask for my paternity leave, but I took the damn thing.
I'm actually going to ask you about the paternity leave a little later. If you have any questions for DJ Fresh, he's still in the loft, so make sure you don't go anywhere. So many questions that I'm dying to ask him. But after the break, Jeannie gets busy in the kitchen, and we speak to Afrikaans pop legend Kurt Darren. And remember to enter our Revlon competition. You don't want to miss out on all those amazing prizes. Don't move. Would you love to win a day in my life? Then make sure you catch our Revlon Foundation Friday series right here on Afternoon Express and enter our competition on Twitter. Very simple. Tweet us a picture of you holding your Revlon Color Stay Foundation, tag at Afternoon Chat, and use our hashtag Foundation Fridays and hashtag Love Is On. And you and a +1 can win the ultimate celebrity experience where you'll be treated to 24 hours of luxury. Competition runs until the 21st of August. Find all the details and T's and C's on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. So don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So get snapping.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and we're kicking it all off in the kitchen now with food editor Abigail Donnelly. Now, the first thing that when you go traveling to an island, the first smell that you get that kind of gives you that feeling of holiday is Frangipani. It is the most incredible smell, and now we are making a beautiful tart using that inspiration.
Absolutely, but it's a Frangipani, so it's a little bit different. As I said before, it's just a fantastic French filling for most tarts, and you can top it with pears, but today's apples, because apples are all in season.
Lovely.
Today, you're going to be a pastry princess.
Oh, yes!
So that's your Frangipani. You've got butter, you've got an egg, you've got 100 grams of ground almonds and some sugar. So you whisk that up, and I'm going to make the pastry.
I just put everything
bung
into
it
a
all
bowl.
together.
Okay,
Yeah.
no pressure.
No science.
I love kind of the vote of confidence that you have in me. Okay, so...
And while you do that, I've got ice cold butter, because ice cold butter with pastry is amazing, because it all comes together. And it doesn't rise or anything. You've got to keep it quite condensed.
Okay.
And then we've got flour, cake flour, icing sugar. And icing sugar is so much better in pastry because it just gives it a light crisp. And you'll see the shell that we've baked beforehand. So I'm just going to whisk this.
All of these ground almonds
100 grams, yes, absolutely. And they've all been conveniently chopped for you. And there we go. And you just need to pulse it together. Obviously, you can do it by hand, but this really makes less work in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm going to first do it by hand, and then with this
And then
mushy
just to
machine.
get all that butter kind of soft together. Then I've got an egg yolk, free-range egg yolk, and a tablespoon of ice-cold water. You don't want anything warm because you don't want the butter to melt. Colder you keep the butter, it will really come together and it will give you a beautiful crisp pastry, and there'll be no shrinkage.
And what consistency must I get this to?
It just needs to mix together, just so that you don't have clumps of egg and butter. That's nearly there. You could add a little bit of vanilla just to highlight kind of the almond, but natural as possible.
I'm actually doing this. I mean, I was quite nervous when you just gave it to me.
There we go.
But it's working.
I mean, this all comes together in a pastry ball, which it should do soon. There, it's nearly there. Then we wrap it up in cling wrap and put it in the fridge, and that just rests it. Because when you put it into your tart shell, you don't want it to be hot, and otherwise the pastry will shrink, and then it'll be like a little shrivel ball in the end of your baking tray.
Exactly. And how about this?
That's perfect. See, a star in the kitchen.
Pastry princess. That was exactly the look I was going for today.
I thought you might like that. Okay, so I think this has all
well.
come to a ball. There we go. Can you see, Jeannie? Look. That's all come into a nice ball. There we go. Excellent. And then we'll just take that out, pop it in there. And it just really, these processes are amazing because it just makes real kind of easy and you don't make mess. Although I do love making pastry like my gran taught me, just crumbling the butter into the bowl.
That's beautiful. Actually, whenever I think of baking, it's how my nana taught me.
I think
it's one of those
it's special.
nostalgic
My gran
things.
always used to keep her favourite kind of recipes stuck to the cupboard of the inside, inside of the cupboard door.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the tape over years used to get kind of brown. Now you don't. Now you don't put
Well,
your
funny
recipes.
enough,
Now
my
you put
mom
them
and
all on
my
your
granddad
iPad.
have handwritten a whole bunch of recipes for me and put them in a book. Sadly, it's a little wasted on me for now, but I will put them to good use at some point
You
in my
really
life.
must, because
I'm
it's so
learning-
nice to pass on recipes. Oh, what am I doing here?
They're special.
But anyway, apples are in season, and I want to just tell you there's an amazing variety of apples. There's 9 different varieties of apples in Woolies.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and the specific one that is kind of really is, Woolworths owns it, and exclusive, is the Kanzi, which is a beautiful red, sweet, crunchy apple.
Excellent.
So yeah, so to think there's 9 different apples.
And you could use
I'm
any
really making a
apple
mess
with
of
this
this.
recipe.
Absolutely, yeah. And this one I've done green and I've done red. And those beautiful pink ladies, which are those perfect little sweet red ones, also fabulous. But what have you got hanging around the fruit bowl?
So we're going to be back when that is ready.
Yes,
and
I
I
made a mess
think
of
this
that.
is pretty much ready. I'm probably
Absolutely.
going to lick the bowl. But for now, Bonnie is in our loft, actually, with Captain Spunny Sainer Kurt Darren.
That's definitely one of my favorite songs, Jeannie. His debut album was released in 1995. 20 years and 20 albums later, he's become a household name in the South African music industry. Joining us on the couch now is 7-time South African Music Award winner, dubbed the Prince of Afrikaans dance music, Kurt Darren. Welcome to the Loft.
Thank you,
Kurt.
Bonnie. I hope you don't mind me sitting so casually, but
No, we
this
love
is
it.
the Loft.
Yeah, we want you to relax. We're here
Thank
to
you.
entertain you. Well, you've been entertaining South Africans for years now, and you're bilingual, fully bilingual. Why the specific decision to sing in Afrikaans?
I love the language. I'm very passionate about Afrikaans language, its culture,
Yes.
and I write Afrikaans pop songs. You know, I decided very, very long ago that I think my strength, there's a saying in Afrikaans called skoenmaker hou jy by jou lees, which
Okay.
means do what you're good at, you know, kind of thing,
Right.
and the rest will fall into place. And I think Afrikaans pop music just was my forte, to write those kind of songs, to write those melodies, write the kind of stories that people want to hear. And, you know, Captain was one of those little stories.
Yeah, Captain. I love
Yeah.
that song. And it's become so iconic. Did you expect that?
Well, it's actually quite a funny story. I have told it before, but people don't believe me that when we wrote the song, we wrote it at Pinnacle Point in George, Mossel Bay, sorry, and it was written by accident. I started writing on the plane, and I wrote this little thing. I thought, let me write this little fairy tale. And then we kind of ran out of ideas, because we go away for 2 days and just write. And we
Right.
ran out of ideas, and my record company said to me, okay, but just, can't you write a song about a captain?
A Captain.
And Spunny
yeah.
Sainer. He saw a boat out in the ocean, a yacht out, and he
Yeah.
said, write a song about a captain. I said, I'll never do it. My friends will mock me for the rest of my life. And we wrote the song,
Yeah.
and I found it very childish, and we didn't record it. So we recorded the whole album at that stage. I think it was about 6 years ago. Recorded the whole album, and then we gave the album in to be mastered and everything. And then he phoned me back. His name's Kwesi van Niekerk, and he said, "Listen, great album. We think it's going to work very well. But where's that Spundy Sailor song?
Yes.
Where's that Captain song?" I said, "Kwesi, please,
Come on.
please
now.
don't make me do this. My friends are going to mock me the rest of my life, and it's never going to work anyway."
Well, it worked really well. I mean, it's been played at Bryce, stadiums, everywhere.
Yeah.
Where's the most obscure place that you've heard it play? And you were like, even here?
Yeah, no, it's weird. I mean, I'll be watching international events like the rugby tests
Yes, yeah.
or big games in that kind of vibe, whatever. But the one day, it was this year's Cricket World Cup. I watched it, and it played at this year's Cricket World Cup.
Yes.
But the last one, 4 years ago,
Okay.
Graham Smith walked out to bat when it was, I think it was in India or Pakistan, I can't remember. Graham Smith walked out to bat, and they played Captain
And then the song played.
at a cricket match.
I know.
And it was amazing, you know.
That's an
And
incredible
since then, Graham Smith and I have actually become quite good friends, you know. And I always mock him. I say,
wonderful.
"Sorry, my bud, I don't think you scored high that day. And I think it was because of my song. I'm sorry, bud."
You've been married now for 4 years. What's the ride been like?
It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Been together for 11 years.
11 years.
So
wow.
the transition into marriage wasn't that difficult for me. And it wasn't a difficult decision, if you know my wife, because she's beautiful inside and out.
Yes.
And it's just been amazing, you know. And then she became a mother.
Yes, your Baba is gorgeous.
Thank you so much, Kyra. Just that whole transition into her becoming a mother has made me love her even more.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, you get to hear all these horror stories where they say once your child is born,
Yeah.
you're going to pay more attention to your child, and you're going to maybe love her a bit more than other people.
Yes.
There's no chance.
Yeah.
I love them both equally, and it's just been an amazing ride. And when I see how she is with Kyra, it's amazing. There's
Yeah.
only one problem though.
What?
with Kyra's name.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about her name. There was a story around that.
There is a story around it. You know, Kyra's name it means noble lady. But when Danae gave birth, the day she gave birth, she went in and I was with her. And we were choosing between 3 names. We both agreed during those 9 months. I mean, for 11 years, we've just been deciding on names, if it's a girl or if it's a boy. And we decided once the baby is there in front of us, we will name her. And we narrowed it down to 3.
Right.
I won't give you the other 2 now, but we narrowed down to 3 choices. And we did a thing called, I don't know if you know the stem cell cryosave.
Yes.
We decided to do the whole stem cell cryosave, go that route just for future. You never know what's going to happen in the future.
Right,
and I think it's the right way to go. And straight after she gave birth, the guys were there. It's like weird. They just appear out of nowhere. And they got the little cooler box to catch the stem cells in. And Danae was obviously out of it in bed.
Yeah.
And they came to me and said, listen, we need to take it now. We need to take it now. We're going to put it into storage. And they said, we need a name on the box.
Oh, wow.
So we can identify.
And you had to make a decision on the spot.
And Danae was out of it. And I just chose Kyra.
Oh, wow. It's a beautiful name.
To this day, Danae still has to forgive me for that. But I think Kyra's a pretty name.
Yeah, it's a very pretty name. How do you balance being a rock star and being a dad?
Oh, it's easy. No, I don't know. I really see what I do in South Africa as a normal job. It's just a very public job, you know. It's very weird walking in a mall and like everyone knows your business, where you live, your child's name. The woman walking up and just lifting the blanket off the pram to look at the baby.
Of course, yeah.
And stuff
Happens
like that.
to the best of us.
But it doesn't matter, you know. It's like, I think you have to make peace with that. If you want to go and become a public like figure, it's
let's talk about your album, Lied vir die Vrou.
Yeah, Lied vir die Vrou, we did now. It's been released for about 6 months now. And it's going really, really well. There's a single on there, which, I don't know, you know, if there's time later, maybe I can sing it for you guys.
Yes, we'd love that.
Called Dance op die Tafels. And Dance op die Tafels is kind of where the route that my career has taken. I mean, I think I've released 23 CDs now.
Wow.
Since 1995 was my first release. And all of them have had a bit of a dance element to it.
Yes.
I do ballads, like Standing on the Edge, which is an English ballad. Hemel op Tafelberg, a very good Afrikaans ballad. But I think the main crux of my career has been the dance thing. And I love dance music. I cannot say it enough because it puts a smile on people's faces. Look at Fresh even, you know, when he plays his stuff, the people are all smiling.
Of course.
So I will carry on doing dance music for a long time. And I know next year I'm doing 2 very big projects. I'm going to do an arena in Cape Town, an arena in Joburg. We're going to have 4 hours of Afrikaans dance music.
I see there's like dance anthems and a song for your wife, and then a dance anthem and then a song for your wife.
You asked me how I balance it. That's how I balance it.
This is how you do it.
The last song is called Dimples, because Danae has
she has dimples. And your baba has dimples as well.
Luckily. They say my baby looks like me now. I think Danae's a bit tired of hearing that shape, but she's very cool, you know.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful baby. I just hope it just turns into more of Danae.
It will. As the baby gets older, they start to look like their mummies as well.
Okay, that's great news. I'll relay that to you.
Don't worry about that. Okay. But you're not going anywhere. You're going to perform one of your dance anthems for us. Looking forward to it. Awesome. After the break, we take a look at some of South Africa's most popular medicinal herbs. Remember, if you have any questions for our guests, don't hesitate to call us on 083 913 3728. Tweet us at Afternoon Tat using the hashtag Afternoon Express, or comment on our Facebook page. We'll be right back.
South Africa, are you with us?
Welcome back. You're still watching Afternoon Express right here on SABC3. Remember that our guests, Kurt Darren and DJ Fresh, are still in the loft, so make sure you get all those questions to us as quickly as possible. But South Africa has an abundance of unique indigenous plants, some beautiful, some dangerous, but today we're going to take a look at a few popular local plants that are being used for their medicinal properties. Joining us for the conversation is Professor Patrick Buick, the scientific advisor for Cape Kidron Nutraceuticals. How are you, Professor?
Great, Great.
Welcome to the loft.
Thanks very much.
Now, Professor, you have studied many plants for their, obviously, medicinal properties, but which 3 have stood out for you and why?
I think the last, 20 years that I've been involved with the medicinal properties of the natural sources in South Africa. There are three that really stand out. The first is Buchu, Agathoma. Second is Sutherlandia. I'm sure some people out there know about Sutherlandia. And the third, possibly less researched, is geranium, or pelargonium, is the wild geranium. In fact, I've brought some samples with, if I can just
ask, yes.
show you. For instance, this would be the Agathoma, the Buchu. So you can see it's quite a rich, if you look at the leaf, it's quite a fatty leaf. It's quite a oil-rich leaf. And that's exactly what we do. We don't eat the leaves. We basically distill particular oils, essential oils from the leaf.
From the leaves, okay.
It's part of the indigenous, obviously, the indigenous plants of Cape Town. Only grows in South Africa. In fact, only grows in the Western Cape. Nowhere else in the world. The second plant, which I would like you to just hold, and just hold the leaf, and you can actually smell your fingers thereafter, and you'll tell me what you think about. That's the geranium. This is the pelargonium. Very aromatic.
Very aromatic.
Very, very aromatic. Almost like lemongrass. The third, possibly most spoken about plant in Cape Town, in South Africa, is the so-called Sutherlandia.
Sutherlandia.
In Afrikaans, it used to be called the kankerbos. In other words, it's the bush that cures cancer. The story goes around that there was a gentleman in Sutherland who actually had this plant growing in his garden, and he cured himself of cancer. So obviously there's been huge interest, put into this research into the Sutherlandia. To this day, we still don't know what molecule is in there that could cure cancer. We've just recently started working more closely with looking at the way it can enhance the immune system. Now, when you have cancer, you want to promote the immune system.
That was going to take me to exactly my next question, the properties in each of them.
Very different, very, very different. So Sutherlandia, to me, it would be more an immune modulator and to be used in cancer. Geranium, more in aromatic. It's used exceptionally well for wound healing. It prevents scarring. Also, because of the aroma it gives off, it's also used as an insecticide, natural insecticide, to keep the mosquitoes and what have you away. But my favorite, unfortunately, still remains this particular plant, which I think is quite awesome.
Let's talk about Buchu.
Yeah, the Buchu, as I said, is indigenous to Cape Town, to South Africa. It cannot grow anywhere else.
Yes.
It's part of the same family as the rooibos, etc. So it's part of the fynbos.
Okay.
And it's been used for literally 500 years in South Africa.
In
fact, if you look at the writings from Jan van Riebeck days, the locals, the Hottentots and the Sand people were using it as, in fact, as a cure to cure cystitis, bladder infections, kidney infections, without knowing exactly what it was in there. Then for many, many years, the Agathoma, the Buchu plant, was being used where they distilled the oil. It was used in the flavor and fragrance industry. In other words, they would export the... Exactly. Sometimes they use it as a fixative. So sometimes people are eating, let's say, blackcurrant ice cream, thinking it contains blackcurrant, but in fact it's a molecule derived from the Agathoma, the Buchu plant.
But what would you use it every day? As a normal bonang, how would I use the Buchu, and why do I need it in my diet?
As a natural anti-inflammatory. That is possibly the most potent property of Buchu. It has anti-inflammatory properties, anti-infective. It can cure cystitis. We know it kills bacteria. Thirdly, more recently, work done at Stellenbosch University as well, where we actually been looking at the way it can actually possibly be used to treat diabetes. So we're talking about the chronic conditions of aging.
I'm asthmatic.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so I'm hearing anti-inflammatory. It sounds very familiar. These are terms that I've heard. And how would I then use Buchu? What is the healing process? Where do I find it? Is it in oil? Is it in water?
Exactly. It's now available in capsule forms. It's now, we've actually know how to actually distill the oil from it. It has to be followed a very, very specific process, because if you extract the oil too quickly or you heat it up too quickly, you burn it. And if you burn it,
you'd burn the properties.
Exactly. So it's a patented process that we work with, where the oil is actually distilled at low temperature but under pressure. So you get the best quality oils. And in that, it's then mixed with different types of carrier oils, such as salmon oil or flaxseed oil, and you can obviously buy the capsules now over the counter.
I mean, we have two super dads here, Kurt Darren and DJ Fresh, and I'm sure they also want to know, is it safe for the little ones? Is it safe for the entire family?
Safe for the whole family. There are different types of forms of the product available. As a gel, topically, on the skin. I know with babies getting, nappy rashes for Fresh. insect stings,
Got you.
sunburn. It works like a charm.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Professor. So interesting.
Most welcome.
And all South African plants. Who
It's
knew?
truly South African.
Exactly. If you have any questions for Professor Patrick, please tweet us right now, call us. If you want any more information on today's discussion, please check out our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. For now, let's join Jeannie in the kitchen.
Thank you, Bonang. My conversion to becoming a pastry princess is almost complete. So we've got our raw dough and all of our raw ingredients now. What is the next step? Because this is very close to becoming eaten. There's very few things in life that I love picking on than raw dough.
Is one of my favorite things. So what we've done is during the break, we chilled this for a little while. As I said, you know, you've got to chill your pastry so that it doesn't kind of collapse in its tin.
Chill.
Yeah. And then we've lined the grease baking tray. This is a fabulous non-stick spring form bottom pan. Rolled it out beautifully and thin, and then we blind baked it, which means it kind of gets baked blind. So
what does that mean? Because I'm blind thinking about this now.
Okay, so you obviously your pastry's in beautiful and thin, and then you layer wax paper over it, and then you can use, they call them baking beans. The professional pastry princesses call them baking beans. But from my gran, I just learned how to, you do it with rice or something heavy like just dried beans.
Just so that it doesn't rise. So
absolutely, you want to keep it like perfect. Really, it needs to be contained, and it needs to line, and it needs to be fine and thin. I mean, you can see, look at that, Jeannie. I mean, it's just delicate. That's our base. And that's the thing with tarts. You don't want them just heavy with pastry. It must just be a packaging. I always say it's a packaging of a filling.
Yeah, the thinner the better.
Yes, and then it's got to cool because you don't want this beautiful frangipani to melt. And then you just really just fill it in. And you don't then bake it. You only bake it after once these beautiful apples on top. And that's the fun part.
Excellent.
And just to show off your knife skills, although these ones I didn't use my knife, I used a beautiful sharp mandolin, which is just a beautiful slicer.
Excellent.
And you can do fennel, you can do whatever, cucumber. Just give
also to get it quite delicate. I mean, if you have a good look at this, this is so delicately sliced.
It's paper thin.
Yeah.
Because you want it to really cook as well. You don't want it to be, you want a bit of crunch, but you don't want it too soft, but you definitely don't want a raw apple on your beautiful tart.
Yes.
So there we go. That's just a layer, and you don't fill it. It's just halfway.
Okay, now that's a good secret. Will this rise?
No. This will just be a beautiful almond filling.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's
so
beautiful.
You don't want
soft
it too
and gooey.
intense. You don't want too much.
No, not at all. Yeah. And as I say, you could have had vanilla or a little bit of almond just to enhance the almond, but you don't need to. Okay, and then I've got some beautiful red apples and green apples, and this is where we play. And this is what when you see once we've baked it, how beautiful the oven just tinges, and they just go like frilly apples, and then you just make
almost
roses.
Like a rose.
Absolutely. So do you want to help me because this is quite a big
I don't know how creative I am in terms of this.
No, you are. You can just play and you just make it your own. So just fill the sides, and you really just need to overlap. And sorry, what I would do is because they've been just in a little bit of lemon water just to stop the browning as you slice away, then just kind of give them a little bit of blotting on kitchen paper.
Okay.
I mean, already you could, even if you wanted to do it quickly, then you could kind of do it, carry on.
And then do we carry on with
carry
this?
on, and then I'll make some beautiful little roses.
Will you teach me how to make the roses
so I
as
just
well?
take them. I just randomly take a couple like that, and then just kind of twirl them like that, and then carry on the rose pattern. You know, nothing has to be perfect. It just gives it a kind of the resemblance of a frangipani or a rose. And then again, I would just take some of that lemon water out because you don't want too much liquid, and then you start building up. And in the beginning, it looks a bit odd, but as you get more and more,
you
can
layer
absolutely,
it, like
you'll see that it's a rose, absolutely, and you can do little ones.
Oh, I've contributed to this beautiful rose. Oh, well, maybe not with that one.
But then you can do little ones there. And then, of course, you can also put the apple in, and then this beautiful filling will actually kind of sturdy it. Yeah.
I cannot wait to see this finished product. Then from here...
180 degrees into a hot oven, and then you bake it for about 35 minutes until they just start to wilt the apples, and then that's it. And then you just give it a beautiful glaze of apricot jam or raspberry jam.
Glorious.
And you've got a perfect French tart.
Glorious. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Looking forward to it. After the break, we're back on the couch with Kurt Darren and DJ Fresh. Now, remember, if you have any questions for our guests, then call us now on 083 913 3728. Our lines are open, and don't forget to enter our Go Green SMS competition. Take a look.
The Afternoon Express team is going green. Join us every Tuesday at 4 p.m. until September as we bring you the most innovative trends in sustainable fashion, food, decor and design, as well as handy tips to help you reduce your carbon footprint.
Answer our Go Green question every Tuesday and stand a chance to win a R1,000 Woolies gift card every week.
Plus, if you answer all 12 questions correctly, you'll be entered into our draw for the ultimate grand prize valued at more than R500,000.
Including a dream sustainable kitchen makeover from Cordev worth R300,000. Also up to R250,000 worth of home upgrades so you can live off the grid. Plus food and homeware from Woolworths valued at R75,000. And a R25,000 towards a school of your choice with My School.
So go big, go green with Afternoon Express every Tuesday at 4 p.m. to win these amazing prizes.
Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express here on SABC3. We're still joined by our amazing guests, Kurt Darren and DJ Fresh. And if you have any questions for our guests, don't hesitate to call on 0839133728.
Absolutely. You can also tweet us at Afternoon Chat. Use our official hashtag Afternoon Express. But we are talking to super dads today. And earlier on, Fresh, I was going to ask you, you have a brand new baby boy.
Yeah.
Did you take paternity leave?
Yes, in fact, I remember my boss, Justine, said, do you need leave? And I was like, no, I've got this. You know, I've got this. And after one day, I realized that I need leave.
Yeah.
So I took paternity leave. I actually fully understand the role it plays.
Exactly.
And don't try to be a Superman and think you've got this. You don't.
Yeah.
Especially when you have kids.
That's what I was saying to Bonnie. I was asking her, is it popular for dads to take paternity leave? You know, Kurt, I mean, you've got such a busy schedule. Do you stop when little Cairo came? Did you, you know, kind of take a break?
I didn't really, I must be honest.
Oh, okay.
And it's sad, but I mean, you know, you've also got bills to pay. I don't have someone paying my salary. And, you know, you kind of, you try and spend more time with them. So in other words, I cut out anything that didn't really bring an income in. So I cut out appearances or that kind of thing for quite a while.
That would just take up your time unnecessarily. We were speaking earlier about how the more children you have, you think it's going to get easier. You think, oh, it's old hat, I've got this. And it actually doesn't.
No, I mean, I'm relearning everything again.
Yes, you start from scratch.
And for some reason, your mind forgets that the minute you're changing a nappy is the time he's going to pee in your face. You forget that. You know, I've had two fountain events. All over my face. I'm like, what are you doing?
Golden showers.
Exactly.
Let's go to a call. I think we have Nonhlanhla live in the loft. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my God, how are you guys?
We're very good, darling. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thank you. Okay, my question is to DJ Fresh. How are you, Putam?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. I'd like to know what keeps you motivated to help unprivileged South Africans like myself. Not a lot of people do what you do.
You know what? It's how I was raised. I always say a lot of the qualities that you see in people are from the foundation. And I was raised by giving family. You know, my mom has always given, my dad has always given, and you know, I'm just. You know, it's a legacy thing for me.
Yes,
so that's why I do it. So and you know, as long as you have breath and strength and you can help someone, do it.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nonhlanhla, thank you very, very much. Hopefully we've answered that question for you. And talking about growing up, you were obviously born in Botswana. And Unkarabile Molefi says, what does South Africa have that Botswana doesn't? And why did you decide to settle here in South Africa?
You know, it wasn't even about settling here. So I was studying law for 2 years. And I lost interest in law. I was also doing a radio show. I was also DJing. And I felt like, you know, if I want to swim with a big fish, I need to find a bigger pond. So I moved here end of '94 to study. So I did 3 years of media studies. I majored in journalism and advertising. And then I got a job at Y. And then I met my co-host, who then became my wife. And then 4 kids later, you know, I think I moved to Joburg literally 20 years and 4 months ago.
Sure.
So yeah.
That's 23 years of still doing it. But Kurt, you've also been doing, you know, music and entertainment for a very long time. Do you think you'll ever get to a point in your life, or do you see it happening soon, where you're like, you know what, enough is enough. I've got enough albums, I'm good?
I think if you take on the kind of work we do, I think music is built in you, and I don't think you can ever just get rid of it. So maybe if I'm not doing live performances when I'm 70 years old, I'll still be writing music, and I'll still be maybe managing artists and all that kind of stuff. I think it's built in me, you know. And I just love what I do, and I think in any work, you know, you guys as presenters, you just love what you do, and you'll carry on doing it for as long as possible.
And I suppose it's about reinvention as well. And one of the ways that you can reinvent yourself is by doing amazing collaborations. Like you just collaborated with the Kiffness. Do you feel like that keeps you up to date with your younger audiences?
Yeah, it's
cool.
It's very weird through your record company, Sony, getting a call from the Kiffness and them saying, listen, we wrote a song called Supernova. Would you like to do this? But you must include Captain Spanny Sailor in the lyrics. So if you go and check it out on YouTube, you'll hear me sing Captain Spanny Sailor, your ritme is myne. As I change the words and I do a bit of English. And we do this whole vibe, and it's actually turned out so nice, you know.
That's amazing.
I'd like to do more of it, you know. We chatting. We're chatting.
We literally just exchanged numbers right now on what are we waiting for?
We've had ideas for years. But now we think maybe it's time to.
The royalties have to come back here, please.
Selena. We have Selena on the line. Hello, Selena.
Hi, darling. How are you?
Hi, welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thank you very much. Yeah, afternoon, everyone.
Hi.
I've got a question for Mr. DJ.
Hi.
Hi, DJ. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. My question is, I've got a son. He's turning 22 this year, and he wants to study music. And he has nothing else without that he wants to study right now. So I'm afraid maybe he might have, if music doesn't go well for him, what can he fall back on?
You know, I always say, you know, as much as you want to chase your passion, you also need to have a plan if that passion doesn't quite pay the bills. So find something possibly mainstream, have your passion as your hobby until you can reverse that process. And then your passion starts paying you. It's always, I mean, I want to be a DJ, but I knew that I needed to study something. So I still studied advertising. I can go to an ad agency with my qualification and say, listen, I can do copywriting. I can go to a newspaper and say, listen, I've got a journalism qualification. But I don't need to do it. But my dad is happy I did it. I actually did it for him. Dad, I did it for you.
That's
I
so
love you,
true.
man.
But also, what Fresh has got right is even if you go and study music, there's a business side to music. And it's important to see that side, to see that music isn't just a party. Full on. You must enjoy it and you must have a lot of fun doing it. But there are people paying their well-earned money to see you and to hear you. So treat it as a business as well.
First, thank you very much. Fresh, thank you very much.
Thank you,
and of course, Selena, Nonhlanhla, and everybody that's calling and tweeting us, we really do appreciate it. Don't go anywhere because after the break, the Prince of Afrikaans dance, Kurt Darren, is going to be performing live in our loft. Don't move. It's SABC 3.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and it is a great time to be joining us right now because we've got the fantastic Kurt Darren in our loft, who's going to now be performing from his latest album, right?
That's right.
Dance op die tafels. Now, is this a call to action? Is this something that you're expecting us to do? Because these heels can maybe do quite a good job of it, just saying, dance op die tafels.
It's obviously a good table, so yeah. And for everyone at home, if you want to dance with tafels, now's a good time. I take no responsibility for this.
Die dag was lang. Jou donker bye het jou lag kom vang. Nou sit jy alleen vanaand. Klim aan jou voete af, kom maak 'n plan. Daar's altyd iewers 'n party aan die gang. Ja, die dag was lang, te lang. Kom ons dans op die tafel, sit jou hande in die lug. Hey mama, wie is lus om te dans op die tafel, stoor die sweet afdruk. Hey mama, wie is lus? Hey, hey, ooh, hey, hey, ooh, hey, hey. nou sit jy in sak en as. Klim van jou voete af, kom maak 'n plan. Daar's altyd iewers 'n party aan die gang. Ja, die dag was lank, te lang. Kom ons dans op die tafel, sit jou hande in die lug. Hey mama, wie is lus om te dans op die tafel, stoor die sweet afdruk. Hey mama, wie is lus? Hey, ready? Whoa, that's right. Whoa, oh, whoa. Hey mama, wie is lus? And just like die dag dat jy besef dat jy net joune is, sal jy besef dat jou geluk net in jou hande is. Die dag dat jy besef dat jy net joune is, sal jy besef dat jou geluk net in jou hande is. Kom ons dans op die tafel, sit jou hande in die lug.
Hey mama.
Op die dans op die tafel, stoor die sweet afdruk. Kom ons dans op die tafel, sit jou hande in die lug. Hey mama, wie is lus om te dans op die tafel, stoor die sweet afdruk. Hey mama, wie is lus? Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey mama, wie is lus?
That was incredible.
We do
Kurt.
have a beautiful tart dancing on the table for you.
Well, there you go. Once again, if you do want the recipe for this fantastic apple tart, log on to our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. A big thank you to Kurt Darren, our super dads, DJ Fresh. He's going to be on 5FM tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., so make sure you are up early, all right? And thank you for this delicious tart. Can't wait to...
Thank you, Pastry Princess.
I have a knife in my hand, Bonango.
It's a family show. But thank you so much to all our guests. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. right here on SABC3. From myself, Bonang Matiba, Jenny D, and Bonnie Booty. It's good evening and happy eating. Good night.
Ciao, good night. Oh, I've done a really bad job.
Tomorrow on Afternoon Express, comedian Kagiso Lediga joins us in the loft. We speak with ice swimmer and motivational speaker Ryan Stamroeth. And in the next installment of our Go Green Sustainability series, we take a look at an inspirational man who's making a difference for our country's homeless citizens.
Nada. Feel Good production.
Join us next time for more fabulous fun inspired by First for Women on Afternoon Express. For an insurance quote, call 0861 11 18 44 or SMS FIRST to 49267.